Keep your sanity.
The whole world is going to undergo deconstruction. And my God, what's coming is as to nothing what has been.
It's a nightmare, but it's not one you can wake up from. It's there all the time.
Hi, and welcome. You're listening to the X22 Report. My name is Dave. Today's date is December 11th, 2018, and the title of the episode is Military Tribunals Seal Docs to be Unsealed, Moves and Countermoves. Now, Trump is going off on Comey, and he continued his tweets against James Comey. He tweeted out the following: former FBI Director James Comey under fire for his testimony, acknowledging he knew that Democrats paid for that phony Trump dossier. James Comey's behind-closed-doors testimony reveals that there was not evidence of campaign collusion with Russia when he left the FBI. In other words, the witch hunt is illegal and should never have been started. So Trump is continually pushing the idea that all these people lied. And if you notice, he's continually tweeting this information out, and he's purposely misspelling words so a lot of these tweets get into the mainstream media. This is part of the plan. Let's get into some of Q's posts. And Anon on 12/10/2018 asked the following: please tweet the word knowledge on POTUS next tweet for one more coincidence. So the word acknowledging has the word knowledge in it. And Q wrote plus 17-minute delta between tweets, cherry on top. This is just another Q proof. Let's move on to post 2583. Q gives us a link to abcnews.go.com. It says, think Graham Kavanaugh exchange. Remember when Graham and Kavanaugh were speaking about military tribunals and who can be tried?
Isn't there also a long-settled law that it goes back to the Eisentrager case? I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, Johnson versus Eisentrager.
Right. That American citizens who collaborate with the enemy have considered enemy combatants.
They can be.
They
can be. They're sometimes criminally prosecuted, sometimes treated in the military.
Well, let's talk about can be. I think
under Supreme Court precedent.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a Supreme Court decision that said that American citizens who collaborated with Nazi saboteurs were tried by the military. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I think a couple of them were executed.
Yeah.
So if anybody doubts, there's a long-standing history in this country that your constitutional rights follow you wherever you go, but you don't have a constitutional right to turn on your own government and collaborate with the enemy of the nation. You'll be treated differently. What's the name of the case, if you can recall, that reaffirmed the concept that you could hold one of our own as an enemy combatant if they were engaged in terrorist activities in Afghanistan? Are you familiar with that case?
Yeah, Hamdi.
Okay. So the bottom line is, I want every American citizen to know you have constitutional rights, but you do not have a constitutional right to collaborate with the enemy. There's a body of law well developed long before 9/11 that understood the difference between basic criminal law and the law of armed conflict. Do you understand those differences?
I do understand that they're different bodies of law, of course, Senator.
Q told us the corruption that will come out is so serious that deals must be cut for people to walk away. Otherwise, 70% of elected politicians would be in jail. You are seeing it already begin.
Keep your sanity.
The whole world is going to undergo deconstruction. And my God, what's coming is as to nothing what has been.
It's a nightmare, but it's not one you can wake up from. It's there all the time.
Hi, and welcome. You're listening to the X22 Report. My name is Dave, and today's date is December 13th, 2018, and the title of the episode is Stealth Prosecutor Activated, Severe Pain Coming to D.C. Post 2603 puts everything from 2601, and under it, it says the following: what if there's another prosecutor, brackets outside of D.C., assigned by Sessions, with the same mandate and authority. Now, this is very interesting because none of this was leaked. This was all being done in stealth mode. And this prosecutor is outside of DC investigating what? Very interesting. So all eyes were on Huber. Nobody was looking at the stealth prosecutor. And Q wrote one for the history books. Not long now. We the people, enough is enough. Together we win. Do you think all these attacks on Q, we the people, is simply for a person on the internet who they label as a conspiracy? Think for yourself. Trust yourself. Always, always research for yourself. Always be in control of yourself. Never let anyone else drive you. You can listen to people, but do research. Go out and find the truth. Those who try to drive you are not your friend. Q. Post 2605. Q&A. So it looks like it's Q&A time. So an Anon on 8chan put all this together, and here's the recap. Q does not know the future. They control events and cause things to take place. Seth Rich is dead. The envelopes given to certain people at the White House funeral were Q's counter. There is a plan for when Trump is out of office. 2016 elections, 2018 elections, stand. 2019 voter ID, 2020 safe. JFK Jr. is dead. They're negotiating for the return of the traitor Snowden sent to hurt the No Such Agency. Assange is not in the U.S. This is a stress test. More resources are needed. The black eye is protecting the nation's power grid. Q POTUS Trump, not 1YRDLTA, separated by 2. The NSA can overreach internet hosts to protect the web. FLOTUS on Hannity tonight is beautiful, loves her country. Gold shall destroy the Fed. Google is in deep financial trouble and will be investigated next year in the Senate. California voter fraud will be exposed. The earth is not flat. The 3 detention centers are being prepped. Look at the budget for funding. Wizards and warlocks are guardians of intelligence. End stress test failed. Need more bananas.
Keep your sanity.
The whole world is going to undergo deconstruction. And my God, what's coming is as to nothing what has been.
It's a nightmare, but it's not one you can wake up from. It's there all the time.